Yes, discover. How you doing? Listen, 2026 is here. Changes are coming in every time we turn around. There's something we have to change. So get used to the change. The change ain't nothing new. But what I want to shoot at you today is how are you feeling on that positive note when you know you accomplished your goals, the goals that were behind you, the doors you want to shut, the doors you want open. You know, it's a gratifying feeling, and a lot of us do not know how to accept it. As we move along, as we go through, we shine to the best that we can be in that shine. So you know you don't even have to ask. I'm looking like things are okay. I've gotten things together. But in that note, I want you to also come back with me. Remember them days that it was a struggle. And now in 2026, you see you're not doing the same things that you've done in 2025. You closed them doors. Now you're on a new level. We're here. We made it here. 2026, and we are about to explode. As long as you believe in what you're feeling, in the gut feeling of knowing I gotta be on this team, or this team gonna take me to the right team to get to a better level of where we need to be as a team. So in that, continue to take in note as I continue to come to you as much as I can in this busy schedule, only because of the change that is coming in my life, that sometimes I'm not able to be there quickly, and yet there's stories I've heard of people not being with their people who subscribe for a year, and I try not to get to that point. But I want you to be feeling what you should be feeling. You should be feeling joyful. If you save $1, be joyful. If you save 7 cents, be joyful. If you save 2 cents, be joyful. If you save a penny, if you're grabbing onto a penny, be joyful. Because it begins somewhere. And a lot of us tends to forget that. That's why we continue to make mistakes, but we've learned from our mistakes. That's why we're here in 2026. Look what we're doing now. From a simple box to index cards. So now we about to invest, talking about investment, get you to invest, but making sure you save to invest that 45, that 65. We can do it again when I come back. But at least I'm bringing something to you in which you're able to escalate further. And I don't want to put you in a position of, yeah, I can take you there, but you're not ready. You know you're not ready. Psychologically, mentally, you're not ready. There's a balance, there's a stage, there's change within that stage and that balance, that you have to balance yourself to that change. But you have to be in balance, able to go through situations in which will come at you time and time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day. It may be 3 or 4 different dimensions, certain situations. How are you going to handle it? Are you going to be able to get to 2026? Or are you going to be behind there being dragged? Still with 2025, with the hopes and dreams, but knowing that I have to be able to save first. And I'm not able to save, which is the first discipline in financial growth, then what are you able to do? So I just want to give you some things to look at. You know, when we think about growth, when we think about change, when we think about things that happen to get us to this point, now that we know it was meant to give us growth, what are you doing with the growth? What are your next goals in 2026? You should be on them. I've had goals and I set goals. I started it and I left it, but I always seem to come back to it, which was a plus for me in 2025. Now, how many times are you repetitiously making that goal a change? Coming back to what you need to do, what you need to accomplish to get even greater results. If you can do it on a regular basis of working on labor, then you can do it when you're on the point of doing your own business for yourself, because you're laboring for yourself. The success, the means, the change, the recovery period of what I could have done to what I'm doing now is greater. Are you feeling it? Are you allowing yourself to take it in? Because if you're not allowing yourself to take it in, then you haven't appreciated the growth. You have to identify with the growth within you first before you continue to move on to 2027, which will just roll around and be right there. So I just wanted to say congratulations to everybody. I hope you see growth. I know you're going to see growth, of course, and where I've accomplished in the things that I promised and the promises that I made, even yet in not forbidden fear, but the fear of what would it be, what if I don't have to be let loose? Because you have to go forward and be able to trust what you're feeling to change. But you have to do a lot. I did a lot of research in whatever I do, making sure that it's the number one change, is the number one popularity, which brings most attention to most. Coming from the rich to the poor in the same frame of thinking when it comes to wealth. Either real estate, either stocks. Gold is the big thing people is definitely touching into now. Because there's going to be so much change with oil. And the new things are being made. Oil is not going to be as number one as it was. It's going to have its competition. So if that happens, with that, won't AI have its competition? But it's all a growth period. How much are you willing to grow? How much are you willing to learn? You know, I'm finna bring some AI changes so that you can get grip with things and utilize it as I utilize it. However, I took time in learning, knowing when to push. You got to know when to push. You got to know when to go. You got to know when the change is to happen. If not, then you're going to force it, and then you're going to fall flat on your face without being able to give answers to why did this take place. But if I go through the change of not knowing, trying to learn, learning, and using professional help, whether it be a local program for the small business population, getting weekly news from them, still keeping afloat, keeping it positive in the change of what each business can give, but yet keeping it positive so that you won't fall short of what people want to receive against what they will not want to receive. But on that note, are you feeling it? Because I am feeling it. I'm feeling vibrant. I'm feeling ready. I'm feeling well equipped to move forward, to give you the information you need, plus a little more what was unexpected to be expected. So get ready. Get ready and thank you. There's going to be a lot of change, even in the sculpture of the change that I make, because now I have to also give push and give trust, and that trust you're going to learn through my experiences. No, let me put this disclaimer in there. First of all, this is not a therapeutic channel or a channel that gives therapeutic information. or advice. However, it's my experiences, my life experiences, that is educational to a lot and then to most. So I appreciate, you allow me to come and give myself to you as vibrant as I grow, and you grow too in what is vibrant about you that addresses people to want to sit and listen to what you got to give. And the first most thing, like I say, of all, you have to know what's inside you. You have to be built. You have to be ready. You are ready. You are built. But are you ready for the steps? Because don't fall too short of not knowing where you're going to go. Or what, if this should happen, how would I handle the situation? Get yourself prepared. You don't have to go through the experiences. You can get information from others' experiences. And there's a lot of people who have experiences in life that give information out through books, life experiences, or just dealing with other experiences and others sharing it with you and giving good advice on what to avoid that you know for sure you should avoid. The first thing we're going to avoid is not having hope and knowing that 2027 is going to be an awesome year. I've talked a whole lot about what I want to give, but what are you giving? What are you doing at home? I mean, are you making sure that you carry a journal or even give a moment where you conversate or about what's going on, not just in the community, but in the home, and what you can do in the home, in the community, to make things better for you as you live in the community, because community change is a big thing to all, that are involved. But on that note, we're building our community here, and it's good to see you. I appreciate you